Consumption of rubber is growing all over the world. The fashion industry, and particularly shoes inside the fashion industry, are a major driver of rubber production. So if we can transform the shoe industry into asking for responsibly sourced rubber, then we can actually make sure that rubber plantations fit with what Mother Nature can provide.
Shoes are a necessity of life. You're probably wearing some as you watch this right now. I had no prior experience in fashion or shoes, and we pretty much have relied on word of mouth to grow as a business. No one thought we would survive as a startup, but we're still standing. Not bad considering I started this business with my mom. Every year, more than 20 billion shoes are manufactured. The global problem of shoe waste has reached a point where we cannot ignore it anymore. And I ask myself, what kind of shoe business would I want to own and run? How could our shoes be made differently? Iceberg is a Swedish footwear brand which focuses on traction technologies to get people outdoors all year round. Fashion, if we talk about making beautiful things that people like and will use for a long time, then it makes a lot of sense. But if we talk about artificially manufacturing a need for people to constantly buy new stuff, then this is a waste of resources, which I don't think that we can afford. If you want to talk about sustainability, this is a really big and complicated word, so you have to move very fast to responsibility. We knew that if we wanted to do it right, we had to partner with the Forest Stewardship Council.
Entering into a forest has always been opening up the doors to life around us, and seeing that life around us makes me feel that I'm part of it, and that, I think, is the most important feeling I have in my life. When I was a little kid, I really loved sitting on the lap of my grandfather, looking into his big picture books of animals from Africa or the tropical rainforest. And that really shaped my life, and I've ever since wanted to be part of making sure that that nature is still there for eternity. And that is what FSC is all about. We certify around 160 million hectares around the world. Inside that, we have about 12 million hectares that are certified to small operations or small forest owners. Rubber trees grow very fast, and they're ready to produce already after 7 years. That creates a temptation to clear land for rubber plantations, and therefore it can contribute to deforestation. Deforestation is bad for climate, bad for biodiversity, and bad for the people who depend on the forest. FSC certification makes sure that the rubber that is FSC certified does not come from conversion of forest, but comes from plantations that were established long time ago, or that have been established on land that was not natural forest.
The FSC partnership is important because it gave us access to certified rubber smallhold farmer plantations in Thailand, making sure that working conditions are fair and just. Having a partnership with FSC in this context of natural rubber is of course game-changing. Otherwise we can't undertake as a small Swedish brand to understand how we should source natural rubber in a more sustainable way.
I think it's important for consumers to know where their products come from. And blockchain that we're working on in FSC is one of the ways to make sure that you can trace the product all the way from the plantation where it comes from into the sole of the shoe that you're buying. So both the economic, the social and the environmental interests come together and all get treated in fair ways.
I want to live a world for my children where the planet is in balance and one where people can live flourishing lives.
I fundamentally believe that nature is what we all depend on as humanity.